Dr. Seuss? Dr. Seuss is getting canceled now? Are y'all serious? I don't believe this shit. Dr. Seuss. Okay. Well, I'll be damned, Sam I am. All right. Let me see here, because this is hard to believe. I haven't read all his books. Let me see what exactly is being said here. So, it says here, Dr. Seuss canceled. Social media sounds off as 6 of his books are no longer being published. 6 Dr. Seuss books will no longer be published because of racist and insensitive imagery. The business that preserves and protects the author's legacy announced. This is very interesting. I'd like to see these pictures. I haven't read all their books, and I know a lot of old things sometimes have stuff like that in them. So, let's see here. I mean, hey, one of my favorite cartoons of all time is Tom and Jerry. And y'all remember the big black loud lady, big black lady who they drew with like 3 fingers. And yeah, so yeah, a lot of old stuff has racist stuff in it. So let's continue this story so I can be enlightened. The books are And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street, If I Ran the Zoo, McElligot's Pool, I haven't heard any of these, Oh Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Eggs Super, and The Cat Quizzer. I don't know any of these books. Seuss-born Theodore Seuss Geisel is one of the best-known authors in the world. He wrote classics such as The Cat in the Hat and Greetings at Ham. I mainly know about those 2. Sam I am. And How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But some of his work has come under fire in recent years for insensitive portrayals of Black and Asian people. Interesting. It says here, Dr. Seuss Enterprises said the decision to cease publication was made last year after months of discussion. These books portray people in ways that are hurtful and wrong, the business told the Associated Press in a statement that coincided with the late author and illustrator's birthday. It says that Geisel died in 1991. You can bet the Twitterverse has something to say about this, and it did. Many railed against the decision, while others supported it, with some citing examples about why they did. All right. It says here, Dr. Seuss is dead. He cannot be canceled. He was a highly imperfect man who wrote some amazing kids' books. Okay. Just saw one of the kids' Dr. Seuss books lying in an old storage bin. Picture John Candy scared. Says here, a lot of people are upset that Dr. Seuss, who wasn't even a doctor, but was white, so they called him one anyway, is being called Dr. Seuss. Is he being canceled? Dr. Seuss Enterprises will no longer publish a half dozen of his books, and hashtag Read Across America Day no longer mentions him. I wonder why. Oh, look at this picture here. Oh. Well, I get it now. Yeah. Dr. Seuss Day, you flaming racist. The left is running full scale. Okay, well look, let me tell you this. So today my daughter is dressing up as Dr. Seuss for Dress Up Like Your Favorite Book Favorite book character day for school. Now he's being canceled for being racist. These people will stop at nothing. Well, I don't know now. I mean, I'm looking at these pictures here. It says people are just now finding out about the anti-black. Yeah. Well, no, I understand. I understand. It is what it is. I mean, as times, this is how I look at things like this. When I look at, I remember even when I was younger, I think it was when I was getting into my teens when I noticed that the Looney Tunes started taking out a lot of racist stuff. I remember as a kid being uneducated on certain things. I remember this one scene in particular, and a lot of you are going to know what I'm talking about. I remember where Bugs Bunny is at the Mason-Dixon line and he runs into Yosemite Sam, and so they get into it. And Yosemite Sam is representing the South. The war ain't over, and so there's one part of the cartoon where Bugs Bunny gives him a whip. And he says, "No, don't beat me, master. Don't beat me, master. Don't beat this tired old soul. No, no." And then he comes out of nowhere dressed like Abraham Lincoln. He says, "What's this I hear about you whipping slaves?" And so Yosemite Sam's like, "They're but. You know what I mean? Scared as hell. So, as a child, that was funny to me. Just seeing, Bugs Bunny run around like that, not knowing what he was talking about. Then, when I became a teenager, I saw a couple, I was like, holy shit, this is a slave joke. Holy shit. And then I noticed when I would see, replays, they would cut that part out. I was like, didn't this part have a part with him running around like a slave or something like that? I have learned that between that and Tom and Jerry and other cartoons, that as time moves on and people become more educated and less ignorant, they learn there's certain things have to be changed. Certain things have to be changed, okay? Whether it's our literature. I know certain things have been kept the same for the sake of studying literature and entertainment and stuff like that. So, you recognize it and you study it for what it is. You understand its flaws and you understand how to move forward without those flaws and whatever it is, whether it be your education, your entertainment, or whatever. So, there was a time when black people was doing nothing but dancing and being stupid on TV. And we was always the first person to get killed in horror movies and in movies where people was fighting, we got beat up first. I remember that growing up. I'm like, yo, black people can fucking fight. I don't understand why we always getting beat up first or killed first in these movies. I don't understand this. And, and my mom mainly grew up in the days, with the whole shucking and jiving and dancing and, bucking the eyes and, all that type of stuff. And so I get it. So I get why they took him out. The only other thing I could think of is if there's a person that can replicate his art style perfectly, you draw it different. You got what I'm saying? Unless there's racist, words and, things in there. I've never read these books and I'm glad I didn't, to tell you the truth. I don't want to see that. If I saw this now, I'd been like, holy shit. Yo, this is racist as hell. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So, I'd like to know a little bit more about the story, but I'm going to have to go with them with not publishing them anymore. It makes sense. I know he's historical, but I don't know. I don't know how they're written. I would have to know more about this. Maybe if, they just removed certain pictures, if they wanted to keep certain things accurate, to keep it historically, so people could study his But I don't. I mean, look, if the dude was racist, look. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm biased because I'm black. But if you showing my people like monkeys in here and jungle, all this other stuff. Sorry, there's something on my screen. Then I got to say no. I got to say no to this. Yeah. So until I find out more, I'm going to have to. We're going to have to agree with them not publishing his racist books anymore. I'll be looking for more videos and articles in the meantime. I'll let you guys know if I change my mind. I'll actually post it in the comments section and pin it. 10 million subscribers! Whoa!